Hey guys, so today I've got my project pan update for March. I have a really exciting update to share with you this time. I did finish 2 products this month, so I'm going to be rolling 2 new products in to replace those. And then otherwise, lots of pretty steady progress. Some products I'm not seeing much progress on. Some of these are kind of like long haul items, so they're probably going to be with us for the majority of the year. But overall, I'm really happy with my progress from February. Even with it being a shorter month, I feel like I did make some good progress. I did also just post on Tuesday my Pan Those Eyeshadows update for the month, which is an eyeshadow focused project pan. I will have that linked for you below if you want to check it out. I'm having so much fun with that project pan, and that's actually where I did this look. I did a tutorial for this look in that video, so be sure to check that out if you're interested. But let's go ahead and get into these updates. So starting with one that I think is going to be done probably next update. This is the Pacifica Liquid Cover Concealer. This has been in the project since the intro in January, and the last update I really didn't feel like I had a ton of progress to show, but now I feel like I'm really starting to see like the light at the end of the tunnel. I think this is really close to being done. There's like a huge window there where you can see through it, and I've been leaving this sitting upright, and it's finally kind of settled like right about here. So you can see that little blue line where I marked it. That's about where it's settled, and there is like a little bit of product around the sides as well. Once I'm no longer able to remove any product with the applicator, I am going to go ahead and try to remove the stopper. Assuming that I'm able to take the stopper out, I will go ahead and scrape everything out of there, but I really do have a good feeling about this. I think this will be done in my next update. I've been using it in a lot of different ways. Today I actually am wearing it on my under eyes, and I don't mind it, but it's not my favorite under eye concealer, so I also use this sometimes as a foundation, which helps me obviously make a lot more progress more quickly. Sometimes I also mix it with my liquid lipstick to make a cream blush, so lots of ways that I'm multitasking this. So I'm really thinking this will be done in my next update, as long as I continue to use it a lot this month. So let me go ahead and share one of the 2 products that I did finish this month. I wasn't sure if this would be done this month, but this is this in this random bottle is the Pixie Rose Glow Mist. There is a tiny bit left in there that I can hear, but like I think there might be like 1 use left in this. So I'm going to go ahead and call this done. I used it for the last time today. Actually, both of the products that are empty this time, I was using all the way up until today. It was kind of a close call with some of these, but this is finished. Really happy to be done with this because I have kind of fallen out of love with this. I still like it, but I don't love it as much as I used to, so I'm just kind of ready to move on. I do feel like it was really good timing to go ahead and have this in my project pan and finish it up in the winter months because this is such a glowy, luminous, dewy, semi-oily setting spray. I do feel like this does come in handy the most in the winter months. So I really did enjoy this, but I'm also kind of glad to be done with it at the same time. Okay, so the next product that I have is a liquid blush that I absolutely love. This is the Clove and Hallow Hydratint Serum Blush in Blossom. And this I've been making really steady progress on. I love wearing this either on its own, or sometimes I do layer it with the powder blush that's in my project pan, the CoverGirl Cheekers blush. Sometimes I mix it with my liquid lipstick that's in this project pan. So I've been wearing this in a lot of different ways. Today I have this mixed with the Physicians Formula liquid lipstick in Tulip Treatment that's in my project pan. Makes a really pretty fresh, vibrant pink, and I do mix in some of that Pacifica concealer as well. I did a demo of how I do that in my last project pan update if you want to see, but I basically just mix like equal parts of each, and it makes just the most perfect pinky, springy blush color. So been having a lot of fun with that, but I love this. I've been having so much fun panning it. It really is one of my favorite liquid blush formulas, but because this is a more like natural brand and I have had this for about 2 years now, I do really want to use it up before it expires. So I think I'm on track to do that. It's kind of hard to see exactly where the product has settled, but I went ahead and marked it right here. I feel like I made about the same amount of progress this month as I did last month. I was able to see about where it was when I shined my flashlight through it. I'm guessing eventually the brush probably won't reach all the way down in there, so I may start storing it on its side or try to decant it into something else. We'll see. Hopefully I'll be able to get most of it out with the brush, because I'm not sure if my spatula would fit down in there, and it's kind of an odd shape for like a beauty spatula to reach in there. So we'll see how that goes when we get closer to the end, but I'm feeling really optimistic about this. I think I'll definitely be able to finish this up at some point this year. Maybe around the halfway point of the year, I'm not sure, but I'm feeling really good about it, and I'm enjoying it so much. So, you know, if it takes longer, I don't mind, because it's just a beautiful product. And I also have a powder blush in my project pan, and I've actually really been enjoying layering this on top of the Clove and Hallow liquid blush. This is the CoverGirl Cheekers blush in Natural Twinkle, a really pretty kind of soft, plummy mauve shade. And you can see I have really expanded the pan, and I've actually hit side pan there. So this is going really well. It does have a smaller amount of product in it than most powder blushes, so this will probably not take as long as other blushes that I've panned in the past. Again, kind of same with the Clove and Hallow blush. I feel like I definitely will be able to finish this year as long as I keep using it, but I'm not sure exactly when. I'm gonna guess probably in the second half of the year is when this will be done. I will probably need to repress it at some point, but I think it'll be really exciting to have 2 blush empties this year, assuming I am able to do it. All right, so the next product is a very slow-moving one. This is the Becca Liquid Highlighter in Champagne Pop, just the mini, and this is where I marked it when I introduced this project pan at the beginning of January, and that is still where it is. Like, it hasn't moved. Look at this. You can really easily see where it's settled, but it has not moved, and I have been using it a lot. I used it 11 times this month, and I have used it a total of 22 times since I drew that mark, and it really doesn't appear to have moved at all. So I'm not going to draw another line, but I do feel like I've used quite a bit of this, so maybe it will just never move. But I'm going to try to start using it more, or in more ways, like maybe more as kind of like a glowy primer underneath my makeup. I'll see if that works, but I mainly use it as a cheekbone highlight and kind of down the nose, Cupid's bow, just all the places that I would normally highlight. It is a really pretty highlighter. I have really grown to love and appreciate this product, so I don't necessarily mind that it's taking a while, but I do want to use it up at some point this year just because it is getting older. So yeah, we'll just see how that goes. So the next product I used up as well, and this one, I think we all saw this one coming. This is the CoverGirl Kohl Eyeliner in Rich Brown, and I have used as much as I possibly can of this. I did sharpen it a couple times this month, and there's not enough space for me to grip it to be able to sharpen it any further, and I have pretty much completely flattened it out. So that feels good to have that done because I did have this and another brown pencil liner in my collection at the same time, which I just think is kind of unnecessary. So I'm glad to have been able to move this out of my collection and somewhat minimize my eyeliner collection. I did just buy 3 new eyeliners, but they're all fun colors, so I don't want to have too many duplicates of the same color, so it feels good to have that finished. And I will be rolling in a new eyeliner to replace it, so I will let you know what that is at the end of the video. But let's go ahead and chat about the final products that I've been working on. So I do have another eyeliner. I'm just kind of trying to make sure that I'm using my eyeliners because I do have a fairly sizable eyeliner collection. I think I have over 10 at this point, but I also have just been really loving eyeliners recently. I love having different colors and shades in my collection. This is just your standard black eyeliner. This is the Marc Jacobs Highliner in the shade Black, and it is the mini. I basically just want to use this up because I don't want it to dry out, and I've been told that it dries out faster than others. So because I was so focused on using up the CoverGirl one this month, I actually only managed to use this 3 times. So I am really not able to mark a new line on this paper, unfortunately. But now that I'm done with that CoverGirl pencil liner, I think I will definitely be using this more. And the other eyeliner that I'm going to be adding in is a completely different color and formula, so I don't think they'll compete as much as this did with my CoverGirl brown pencil liner. So I definitely think I'll start to see progress pick up on this in the next update or 2. So finally, I have 3 lip products that I've been working on. The first one I rolled in last month. This is the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in True Red. This I also didn't quite meet my usage goal on. I was hoping to use it 5 times, only used it 3. So I didn't even need to sharpen this month, but I did see a very, very small amount of progress. Again, I'm hoping to see more progress on this next month. I feel like because February was a shorter month, time just kind of got away from me and I didn't find myself using these products as much as I was hoping. I feel like I didn't end up wearing red lipstick as much as I thought I would in February because I was wearing pink lipstick so much for Valentine's Day that I kind of forgot about red. But then I also have a red lipstick in this project. Now this is a long haul product. Like this is going to be, if I even manage to use this up at all before it expires, it'll be with us probably most of the year. This is the Physicians Formula Healthy Lip in the shade Tulip Treatment. I love this color. I was wearing this in my Ulta Shop With Me video, but again, I didn't use this as much as I'd hoped. I'm wearing this today as a blush mixed in with the Clove and Hallow and the Pacifica concealer. Beautiful color. I'm thinking as we're getting into spring, I'm gonna start wearing more colorful looks, and I really do hope to wear this even more as a lipstick as well. I just feel like I use so little of this at a time that I'm just like, how am I ever gonna use this up? I don't have a lot of faith in myself that I can actually finish this. I don't know. I don't see it happening, but I'm gonna keep trying. So then we have the lip gloss that I've been working on. I think I'm just gonna start having a lip gloss in my project pan all the time because I've found them actually pretty easy to go through, and I'm just enjoying the process of panning lip glosses. This one is almost done. This is the Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper in Soft Rose. I'm wearing it today. I love this lip gloss. This is probably my favorite lip gloss shade that I've ever tried. Like, I will probably repurchase this at some point after it's gone because it's truly like the perfect My Lips But Better shade for me. So anyway, last month I was hopeful that I would have this done this month. I'm not quite there. I think I was feeling a little overambitious, but you can see this is where we are. This is where I've marked it this time. That is pretty much where all of the product has settled, and it's getting really hard to pick up any product on the applicator. I've been, you can see, like really scraping at the sides. I'm thinking within the next week I will be removing the stopper, and from there I will go ahead and scrape everything out with a spatula. Sometimes with lip glosses it can get really messy once you take the stopper out, but I've found that as long as I wait until I absolutely cannot get anything else out on the applicator, like as long as I don't take the stopper out prematurely, it really doesn't get too terribly messy. And by that point, I probably only have like 5 to 10 more uses left anyway, and I'm able to just kind of use the spatula as my applicator basically. So that's my plan for this, and I definitely think this will be done in my next update as well. So assuming all goes according to plan, this and the Pacifica concealer I think will both be done in my next update. I'm definitely gonna have to like really try and like work hard to use these up this month, but I really do think I can do it. All right, so those were the 10 products that were in my project pan in February, and because I used up 2 products, that means we're gonna roll 2 new things in, and I did a lot of thinking about what to roll in, but I'm feeling really excited about both of these. So the first one is a foundation. I do want to start working on this one. This is the NYX Born to Glow foundation. I mean, you can see here, I really have used quite a bit of this already. This is my oldest foundation, I think, and so that's why it's kind of the next one on the list for me to use up. And this is a foundation that works best for me in the warm months, and we're getting into those warmer months now. I mean, it's still technically winter, but my skin, knock on wood, has been pretty normal, not super, super dry recently, and I think it will continue to get more and more normal and even into a little bit oily once it gets into the summer months. So I want to go ahead and start working on this now. This is where I have marked it, and I did just figure that out by kind of squeezing as much of it down as possible, and that is just about where it ends. I mean, there's still a pretty good amount of product left in here, but I'm kind of hoping that I can finish this up by the end of the summer. I think that would be ideal. So that's why I want to kind of go ahead and start working on it now. And, you know, some days I'll wear it on its own, some days I'll also mix it with other things. I'm into making little cocktails for my base products recently. And I've also been having a lot of fun with some of the newer foundations in my collection, so I'm not going to force myself to wear this every day, but I do just want to start working on it. And the other product I've decided to roll in, like I said, is an eyeliner, and it's actually another NYX product. This is the NYX Vivid Brights liquid liner in the shade Vivid Halo. This actually, both of these were on my planning to pan list. At the end of 2021, I did a video talking about products that I would like to use up this year, and these are both on that list, so I want to go ahead and start working on these. This is going to be kind of similar to, if you remember last year, if you were following my Project Pan last year, I had the Wet n Wild eyeliner in the shade Voltage Blue. It was a like kind of bright blue liquid liner. I put that into my Project Pan partially to use it up, but also partially just to make sure that I was using it, because I felt like I'd really kind of neglected that product. I also feel like I've been neglecting this, and it needs some love, it needs some attention. Hopefully I can finish this up this year, but I'm really just going to start by setting the goal to use this 3 times a month, which I know sounds like a very small goal, but just knowing how much I like to switch up my eyeshadow looks, and because this is such a unique color, I don't expect myself to incorporate this into like a ton of looks this month, but because we are getting into the springtime, I'm so excited to start doing some like pastel looks and just some springtimey looks. So I think this will be really fun to incorporate into just a few looks here and there, and really just to make sure that I'm using it. This again is an older product, so I would like to hopefully use it up this year, or at least get some good use out of it. So I'm excited to start working on this. Let me know if you've ever panned either of these products, and if you have any advice for me, I'd love to hear in the comments below, or any of the products that I talked about today. So that is my project pan update for the last month of progress that I've made. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I also want to thank my Patreon members. They are getting early access to this video. They get early access to all of my monthly project pan updates, as well as an exclusive bonus video every month. So if you guys would like to join us over there, would love to have you. You can join for as little as $2 a month, and it helps my channel continue to grow and improve. So I appreciate all of your support so much, whether you're watching or leaving the video a like, a comment, or you're joining the Patreon. All of that is hugely helpful to me, so thank you so much. Otherwise, I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, and I will talk to you very soon in my next one. Bye.